So my wife and I are at Lowe's the other day. We just bought a new house and moved in, and she's all excited and wants to go to Lowe's and look at their organization stuff. And it's about the only time she likes going there. But anyway, we're walking down this cleaning aisle, and the thought hit me: there's an entire aisle at Lowe's devoted to cleaning supplies. Lowe's is like a man's tool place. What are they doing with cleaning stuff? Some of it I get, right? Push broom, because you don't have a manly man that wants to pick up a little pink broom and sweep out his garage. So Lowe's said, well, let's make these big push brooms, and men can use them, and that's great. And then some Lowe's marketing person said, well, we also should carry small brooms in case the wife is here. And then they decided to add mops and cleaning products. The whole thing just took off, and I think it's a little ridiculous, but that's just me. Well, I'm looking around, and I see this whole section of toilet paper at Lowe's. Lowe's sells toilet paper. I'm not even going to go there. Go there. Sorry. So anyway, we're walking around this aisle, and my wife is a couple of steps behind me, and she taps me on the shoulder, and I turn around, and she has this bottle of urine remover. Genius. Why didn't I think of that? I look at the shelf, and there's dozens and dozens of bottles. Stay here, I said, and I took off running. I come back with an empty Lowe's shopping cart, and I just start shoving that stuff in there. Useless bit of trivia for you here. You can fit 119 bottles of urine remover in a Lowe's shopping cart. Anyway, we get up to the register, and this lady's not happy that I picked her line. I don't know if she's, getting ready to be off work or what, but she sees me coming up, and I can tell she's not happy, but she's trying to be polite. Says, welcome to Lowe's, you find everything you're looking for, and I'm all smiles. I'm so happy. She looks at the cart, and she goes, well, goodness, do you know how many you have? I said, no, I didn't count. I just dumped them all in there. And again, she's trying to be polite, but I can feel the tension. She says, you must have a lot of dogs. And I'm thinking, what kind of dumb statement is that? How do you reach that assumption? I look at my wife, and she looks at me and seems to convey that I'm the one not understanding something. Anyway, the lady grabs her little scanner, pulls an empty basket up next to mine, and picks them up, starts counting and scanning. 1, beep, 2, beep, 3, beep. Well, when she gets to around 30, I'm noticing her smile has faded quite a bit, and I realize I could have done this better. So I say, well, I know, I probably should have counted them. The smile is gone now. So she empties the partially filled basket and starts over. 1, beep, 2, beep, 3, beep. I look back, my wife is smirking and shaking her head, so I step back to her, and she says, You messed her up when you started talking to her. And I said, oh, that's horrible. So being the nice guy I am, I apologize, and I can hear the sigh escape her lips. Well, once again, she empties the cart, starts over. 1, beep, 2, beep, 3, beep. I feel badly. I was only trying to be nice. I get it. She's got a hard job. And when you think about people at Lowe's, most of them aren't there because it's something fun to do. It's a man there because his wife has, something is broken, and she's told him he needs to go finally fix it. Or, she wants him to put the shelves up in the laundry or something. It's the weekend, it's football time, and she's cutting into his football time. So I look behind my wife, and there's like 10 or 12 people behind us, not a single smile. I look back at the checker and said, well, no wonder you're so grumpy. Do you ever feel the words coming out of your mouth as your brain says, no, don't say that? Well, thanks, brain. I know that now. Well, this time it's not even a sigh. It's a full-blown groan. So I've learned my lesson. Not another word from me. Just then there's a call that comes over the intercom. We need all available checkers to the front, please. Well, this lady was doing wonderfully. I think that lifted her spirits, and she's almost pleasant again as she's getting up to 80. 76, beep, 77, beep, 78, 78. No more beeps. She's pressing the little trigger, but the thing's not beeping anymore, and she looks at me like it was my fault. Well, I look apologetic and say, well, I guess you should check the battery on your scanner, huh? Well, you're right. I hadn't learned my lesson, apparently. Anyway, finally got us finished. I was happy to get out of there with my loot. I was so excited to get home and try it. Think of this. It's such an awesome time saver to have this urine remover, and I'm thinking, I'm over 50 now. I need all the time I can get. No more middle of the night trips to the bathroom. In fact, I'll probably never have to go to the bathroom again. Well, that night, all the emergency room nurses were laughing too. And my wife was laughing so hard she could barely get the entire story out, which I thought was pretty rude. I've got my head in this little bucket, getting rid of everything I've eaten for the last 6 months, and they're all laughing at me. And all I could think of was, it was almost better being at Lowe's.